Hello students, today we discuss about our first that is 9th chapter number 9, that is morphology of flowering plant. Then what is meant by morphology? Morphology regarding the plants, there is various parts of the plants. The study of various parts of the plants or animal, that is known as a morphology. Okay, and flowering plant, those plants they are producing flower, that is our flowering plant. Then we discuss about the morphology of flowering plants. Okay, then inside that we study about the angiospermic plants. Then our earth has a vast diversity of plants, you know we it very well. On earth we found a vast diversity of plants. Then flowering plants dominate the world of plants as they are well adapted to the environmental condition. Flowering plants, they are dominant plant because they are well adapted as per the environmental condition. That's what they are most dominant in the plant kingdom system. These plants show a considerable variation in their general and external and internal characters. For the survival, they changes themselves in where their external characters as well as internal characters also. Uh, Such variation helps plant body to carry out different functions. Such variation like if the plants are having in aquatic condition, they form, they produce so certain kinds of tissue in that tissue, cells inside that cell they have produces air spaces, air bags for their buoyancy. These are the certain improvements to survive in that kind of habitats. Okay, then angiosperm are one of flowering plants, you know it very well. Then angiosperms, what do you mean by angiosperm? Angiosperms are those plants they are having enclosed seed. That is angiosperma means seed. That seed are enclosed inside the or enclosed seed found in the angiosperm. Okay. Then certain classification we found on the basis of their habitats, on the basis of habitat, how where they live. I'm already told you that is they are adopt certain characters to survive in a certain habitat like hydrophytes. Hydros means water. All plants they are found in aquatic condition or aquatic habitats, that all growing in aquatic habitat. The plants they are all plant they are growing in aquatic habitat. For that they carry certain kinds of improvement their internal and external parts. Okay, for to survive there. Then the example is hydrilla, you know it very well. Then xerophytic condition. This xerophytic condition, there is a scarcity of water or rainfall, low rainfall there. That's why that region is called as a desert. That region is called a desert. Example is Opuntia. This is the best example. This xerophytic, this is also called as Opuntia, it is xerophytic plants. Why? Because Opuntia, so they can form that convert there to survive that condition. Opuntia form there, that leaves convert into spines, then stem convert into leaves like structure for to survive there. Okay, then Samimorphite, then they are found in sandy soil. The example is Eramus, that is then in lithophytes, that is growing on a rock surface. The example is Deselia. Then halophytes, The halophytes, these plants, they are found in saline soil plants like rhizophora. This, they are found in saline water. What is saline water? That region of forest where the river and the sea, they are the river and the sea, that area of the attachment or river and sea, they are joined there, and that forest area, that soil, somewhat they get saline, that area is called as saline, and that soil, saline soil, called as, that plants like rhizophora we found there. Okay, then this is all a certain classification on the basis of their habitats. Then we come toward the, that is a morphology. Come toward the morphology. Then what is a morphology? Morphology. Then morphologically plants show a vegetative structure like root, stem, and leaf, and reproductive structures such as flower, fruit, and seed. Morphologically, plant shows root, stem, leaves, vegetative parts, then reproductive structure, flower, and the last one is fruits. All these are considered as a morphological characters of the particular plant. Then their structures, for their structure we need a diagram, that is inside your here. This is the but typical structure of plant. Leaves, then we found flowers here. A number of leaves are present there. Then this is the certain kinds of structure is present in your. Then this is the root, this is the stem, this is the leaf, this is flower, and we found here a fruit. This is a typical structure of a plant. All those characters for study, we need a typical flower. Then for the morphological study, we take a root. What we take? We take a root. And what is root? Root is a underground part. This is a underground part of a plant. Then this is a positively geotropic, negatively phototropic, positively hydrotropic. These are certain characters that and to identify what this is. This is that structure. This is underground structure. Then positively geotropic, geominous, geo towards the earth, that grow, that root toward the earth surface, toward the ground surface, under the ground. That's why we call them as a positively geotropic. Then negatively phototropic, because that root go opposite to the sunlight, opposite to the light. That's why we call them as a negatively phototropic, opposite towards to the light. That's why we call it negatively phototropic. Then we call a positively hydrotropic, because they grow towards the water, towards the water. That's why we call them as a positively hydrotrophic. Then root is a descent axis of plant body, then which is positively geotropic here, then hydrotropic but negatively phototropic, we can discuss also here. Then root grow beneath the soil surface towards the gravity. Roots are uh, generally non-green. This is a very important part. Non-green, then cylindrical, non-green, cylindrical and without nodes and internodes. Very good. This is the very major point. That is non-green, cylindrical and without nodes and internodes. This is the very important and peculiar character to identify the root. How can you identify the root? There is an absence of nodes and internodes. Then where we found the nodes and internodes? We found nodes and internodes on the stem surface, not on the root. Then this is also another function is non-green. Here we write that is a non-green in function. This is all about the some and functions are, that is functions are absorption of water and minerals. Then second function is to hold the whole plant with the soil, that is a holding with soil surface to stand erect that particular plant or that aerial portion of the plant. All these things are under the root. We can found root is underground, positively geotropic, negatively phototropic, positively hydrotropic, non-green, cylindrical, without no present of nodes and internodes, absence. They carrying certain function, that is absorption of water and minerals, and they hold the soil to stand erect the particular plant. Then we discuss about the typical root system, that is typical root structure. Next point is, what is that? That is a typical root structure. Typical root structure. Now, what is that? Here, various regions are found. This is a region of root cap. Okay, this is the region of root cap. Other meristematic region, okay. Then region of root hairs, then next region is region of elongation. Here we found region of elongation, and last one is region of what? Region of maturation. Region of maturation. These all are the certain characters, certain functions, certain region of the roots. Okay. Then we can discuss this first, the region of root cap. And basically, what is the function of cap? What is the function of cap? The function of cap is protect. We wear the cap. What for what reason? For what purpose? To protect our head. Like that, this region of root cap is protect these inner meristematic tissue or meristematic cells to break or to break from any damages. That's why we call this as a region of root cap. This region of root cap do when this root grow to downward towards the inside the soil, or there is a number of soil particles, rock particles are present, and from how that get away from that, this region or region of root cap secretes certain kinds of mucilaginous substance. Because of that, this inside that easily this root cap grow towards the inside the soil due to that mucilaginous substance. That is less chances of breakage of root cap. Then region of meristematic region, here certain cells they are present in the meristematic region. That cell they are continuously divide and redivide. Due to that they are and how this division takes place, you know it in I think if you study the cell division chapter, in that you study about the mitosis. What is that? It is a type of cell division that one cell divide and redivide. It is a mitotic division is also called as equational type of cell division. Due to that, there is a growth takes place. This kind of cell division is happened in meristematic region. Due to that, there is a growth takes place. These cells they are elongation. That's why the next region is region of elongation. How that elongate? Due to this inside the meristematic region, there is a continuously that cell is divide and redivide. Due to that, this region get elongate. That is called a region of elongation. Then region of region of root hairs. Root hairs. What they do? They improve or they can utilize for the maximum area for the absorption of water and minerals. These cells or these root hair, they are unicellular structures, and they increase the surface area. They increase the surface area of absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Then here we found a region of maturation. This region of maturation, this name indicates there are certain kinds of maturity is observed there. Rather than this region, here this region is somewhat matured region. From that, there is all this absorbed water and minerals. They are conducting from this region and towards the stem. Here we found primary root system, then secondary root system, and tertiary root system also found here. This is all about the typical structure of root. Then here this is a typical structure of root region. Then next is